Close your eyes and let your mind drift, as if it were a single beam of light traveling across the endless night. Before time, before space, before the first whisper of existence, there was a quiet that held everything in gentle suspension. Imagine a moment without beginnings or endings, where the universe exhales slowly, like a cosmic breath stretching into eternity. What if the Big Bang was not the start, but only one note in an infinite symphony, a single pulse in a rhythm that never stops? Tonight, we will wander through that possibility together, exploring the hidden music of the cosmos, the light that remembers, and the quiet loops of existence that cradle every heartbeat. Breathe with me, and allow yourself to float in the calm, endless wonder of a universe that may never have truly begun, yet is always softly remembering itself. There is something deeply human about wanting to begin. We love the moment when a story opens, when a quiet voice says, "Once upon a time," and the world feels soft, untouched, and full of promise. That phrase is like a key turning in the lock of imagination. It tells us that something meaningful is about to unfold, and that we are safe enough to listen. Our minds settle when we believe we've found a beginning. It gives the wandering thoughts a place to land. Every life starts with its own gentle dawn, the first cry, the first breath, the first time light falls on new eyes. Even the smallest beginnings feel sacred. The first steps of a child across a quiet floor, the first page of a book that smells faintly of ink and paper, the first light of morning spilling through curtains. Each one feels like the start of a story we are allowed to trust. It makes sense that we imagine the universe the same way. We picture everything beginning with a single flash, a burst of light that grew into galaxies and time and us. It comforts us to believe that there was a clear before and after, that we are part of a story with a neat opening line. The Big Bang becomes our collective bedtime story, the grandest, once upon a time, ever whispered. In that story, everything begins in brilliance, expands in wonder, and eventually quiets into the night we now see above us. We cling to that image because it soothes something ancient inside us. The idea that there was once nothing, and then suddenly everything, that feels simple, clean, beautiful. We understand beginnings. We've felt them. The way dawn erases the uncertainty of night, the way the first heartbeat of a newborn resets the meaning of time for its parents. Each beginning tells us, you are part of something ordered, something unfolding just as it should. And so, even as adults, we keep reaching for beginnings. We retell the story of creation in 1,000 ways, in science, in faith, in love. We build meaning by tracing things back to where they started. It gives shape to the chaos. It helps us rest. Because if everything has a start, maybe it also has a purpose. Maybe even our smallest worries belong to a larger rhythm that began long before us. But what if the comfort of beginnings is only part of the truth? What if, once upon a time, isn't the whole story, but just the way we learn to step into mystery? The way we learn to trust the dark between one heartbeat and the next? Maybe the universe, like a story, is not defined by its start, but by its endless unfolding. And if that's true, then perhaps the real peace lies not in how things began, but in knowing they never truly stop beginning. In the beginning, or what we call the beginning, there was light. Not the sharp light of a lamp or the golden warmth of sunrise, but something purer, softer, and endless. It was the kind of light that didn't yet know it could be seen. A bloom unfolding in silence, with no eyes to witness it. The universe, still dreaming, exhaled that first shimmer, and from it, everything began to glow. There was no sound then, only the soft hum of possibility. The light drifted outward, gentle and unstoppable, filling the nothingness with its quiet warmth. It did not rush, it simply became. Space stretched like fabric, thin and smooth, making room for this new brightness. It was not an explosion, but a breath, long, slow, tender, as if the cosmos itself sighed into existence. Imagine that first flicker of light touching the dark that had no name. It rolled outward like ripples on a still pond, carrying with it time, space, and the faint promise of everything that would one day be. In that glow were the seeds of stars, the dust of worlds, the faint outlines of you and me, waiting patiently to form. The silence after the bloom was vast and serene. If you could have stood there, though there was no there. Yet, you might have felt the quiet settle around you, like soft snow falling on untouched ground. The universe was listening to itself, learning its own rhythm. Light moved forward, darkness lingered behind. Together they danced in a slow, eternal waltz, creating the first pattern, the first heartbeat of being. That light still travels. It moves through the endless dark, older than memory, older than any word for beginning. It slips between galaxies, brushes past distant worlds, and sometimes, very gently, touches your skin when you stand in the sunlight. The same ancient breath that began it all still warms your face, still flickers across oceans, still glows in the night sky when you look up and wonder. We like to call that first bloom the start of everything, the opening note in the song of creation. But as light continues its journey, endlessly stretching, endlessly humming, a quiet question floats in its wake. If light is still expanding, still blooming, can we really say it began at all? Or is it always beginning in every flicker, every dawn, every breath of warmth against the cold? Perhaps the Big Bang wasn't a single moment long ago, but an ongoing pulse, still beating beneath everything we know. Perhaps the light never stopped blooming, and we are living inside its gentle echo, still glowing, still awakening, still learning what it means to begin. And if that's true, what existed before even the light dared to bloom? Close your eyes for a moment and imagine time itself as a soft, endless blanket. It stretches out in every direction, smooth and unbroken, warm against your skin. Now try to lift a corner and peek beneath it. What do you see? A blank space? Nothing at all. Or something that is still just part of the same gentle fabric? We like to think of beginnings as definite, sharp moments, a spark, a crack of light, the first note in a symphony. The Big Bang has often been described this way, as if it were the very first heartbeat of the universe. But what if that heartbeat was not the first? What if there was no first, only the quiet rhythm that always was and always will be? Picture asking a question that cannot be answered. What existed one heartbeat before the Big Bang? Your mind may search for images, for something familiar, but there is no familiar to hold on to. Time as we know it may not have existed yet, perhaps. Before is a word we only use because we know how to walk forward from one step to the next. Perhaps beginnings are simply the way our minds make sense of endless motion. Imagine folding that blanket of time over and over. Each layer is just as soft, just as warm, just as continuous as the one beneath it. You reach a fold and think, this must be the start. But as you lift your gaze, you realize that fold is only another layer, part of the same infinite expanse. The notion of a first moment begins to feel less certain, less necessary. And with that realization, the tension dissolves, replaced by a gentle curiosity, a wonder that does not need an answer. We live our lives tracing beginnings, the first day of school, the first kiss, the first moment of understanding something new. We take comfort in that structure, and it helps us navigate the world. But the universe may not have needed a start in order to exist. It may have always been, unfolding quietly, endlessly, like the blanket beneath your hands, soft and continuous, holding everything inside it without edges, without a boundary. And so, The question that won't rest is not meant to be solved. It is meant to be felt. What existed before the first light? What existed before time remembered itself? Perhaps the most comforting thought is that the answer may be nothing, or perhaps it may be everything. Perhaps it is both at once, swirling gently like clouds in a vast sky, like the slow inhale of a universe that never stops breathing. You can rest here in that question, letting it unfold around you. Let the mystery of the before drift over your mind like a calm tide, knowing that curiosity itself can be a lullaby. And as you breathe with it, you may notice that beginnings are not always where the story lives. Sometimes, the story lives in the quiet between the heartbeats, in the soft, endless folds of time. What if the universe didn't start at all, and is still beginning right now? Take a slow breath and feel it move through your body, filling your lungs and then leaving again, gentle and inevitable. Now, imagine the universe doing the same, a breath so vast that it carries everything we know and everything we cannot yet imagine. In this rhythm, there is no hurry, no pressure to arrive anywhere. There is only the gentle rise and fall, the soft expansion and contraction of being itself. Perhaps what we have called the Big Bang was only one inhale of this infinite breath. A single moment where the universe drew in the possibility of light, of matter, of time itself. And as it held that breath, everything stirred, galaxies forming, stars igniting, planets spinning slowly into place. The universe did not explode in anger or force, but exhaled quietly afterward, letting the energy spread, letting the darkness stretch and soften around the light. Picture time as the exhale, spreading wide and slow, a calm river carrying everything forward without urgency. The first light traveled on that exhale, gliding through space, touching nothing and everything at once. And yet, even in that vastness, there is a sense of intimacy, a secret pulse beneath the grandeur, the heartbeat of existence that mirrors your own slow, steady inhalation and release. We often want beginnings to feel solid, complete, contained. But in this vision, beginnings are fluid, folding into one another like waves washing across a shore. Each inhale holds potential, each exhale allows rest. The universe breathes in, and creation awakens. The universe breathes out, and space stretches, calm and patient, carrying the echo of what has been into what will be. And as you breathe with it, you may notice the tension in your own mind begin to ease. Questions about first moments, about what came before, begin to dissolve into the rhythm of the inhale and exhale. Perhaps there was no singular starting point. Perhaps every moment has been both beginning and continuation, a constant unfolding in the quiet, eternal pattern of breath. Imagine, then, the universe as an infinite being, inhaling possibilities, exhaling wonders, drawing in the potential of everything that can be, and letting it rest into shape and form. We are part of that exhale, riding along the currents of time and space, feeling the gentle pulse beneath all things. There is comfort in knowing that the cosmos does not rush, that it does not demand resolution. It simply moves softly, with endless patience. And so, as you settle deeper into the calm of this thought, you may wonder if the Big Bang was only one inhale. What other breaths of the universe are still waiting, quiet and unseen, ready to stir new light and new life into the infinite expanse? The question lingers like a soft wind, inviting curiosity without pressure, drawing you gently into the next moment of awe, even in the quiet of your room. If you listen closely, there is a whisper, not a voice, not a sound you can name, but a faint hum that has traveled across the vastness of time. It began long before you were born, long before your world had formed, long before the first light stretched across the sky. It is the gentle echo of creation itself, still lingering in the spaces between everything. This hum is the universe remembering, It is the memory of the first breath of light, carried across billions of years, softened and diffused, yet never entirely fading. Imagine it as a delicate vibration in the air, a trace of something that once was immense and alive. It is not loud, not startling, but persistent, a calm resonance beneath the noise of the world. Every particle of light, every flicker of warmth, carries a fragment of that memory, a fragment of that first sigh when everything began to unfold. Walk through your home and imagine each surface, each corner, holding a tiny spark of that distant past. The walls, the air itself, shimmer with invisible threads connecting you to the earliest moments of time. It is not a burden, nor a weight of history, but a comfort, proof that beginnings never truly vanish. They simply linger, soft and patient, woven into the very fabric of being. Even as stars form and fade, even as planets spin and civilizations rise and fall, the universe hums quietly beneath it all. This hum is older than mountains, older than oceans, older than memory itself. And yet, it is always present, always accessible, waiting for stillness to notice it. When your mind slows, when the day's chatter fades, you can almost feel it brushing against your awareness, a reminder that the past is not gone. It resides in light, in movement, in the spaces we often overlook. Consider that the glow of dawn, the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the gentle flicker of a distant star, all of it is carrying whispers of the earliest moments. They are subtle, almost imperceptible, but they are there. They tell the story of a universe that remembers itself, that holds its own beginnings close, and that, in some quiet way, shares that memory with everything it touches. And as you breathe, you may imagine yourself floating in this gentle hum, a part of the vast echo of creation. The whisper is not threatening, not urgent. It is patient, timeless, infinite. And in that patience, in that soft resonance, there is a quiet invitation to rest, to marvel, to feel the weightless presence of all that has been, still here, still alive in the light around you. And if you listen carefully, you might wonder, what other stories does the universe remember, hidden in its hum, waiting for you to notice in the stillness of the dark? Close your eyes and imagine yourself made of stardust, not in a metaphorical sense, but in the quiet, literal truth of it. Every atom in your body once drifted freely in the vastness of space, untethered, wandering among the clouds of ancient stars. These tiny particles witnessed the birth of light, felt the slow expansion of space, and carried the memory of countless cosmic moments long before you took your first breath. Each piece of dust that now forms your bones, your skin, your very thoughts, was once part of something larger. Some may have drifted through clouds of gas, waiting patiently to join together and form the first stars. Others may have floated through the remnants of explosions, carried on invisible currents, settling only when the universe had shaped them into worlds. And now, they have gathered in you, quietly telling the story of the universe with every heartbeat. Think of your fingers, the warmth of your hands, the rise and fall of your chest. These movements are echoes of the cosmos itself, inherited from a time when the universe was young and vast, and dust was all that existed. Every cell in your body remembers that journey in its own small way. To exist, then, is not only to be alive, it is to remember, to carry the history of creation quietly within you, without urgency, without noise, simply as a presence. Consider the night sky, scattered with stars. Each one is a distant ancestor of the particles that make you. When you feel awe at their beauty, it is partly because you recognize a reflection of yourself in their light. Their story is your story. The universe has shaped you as much as you inhabit it. You are a living memory of the cosmos, a vessel through which the past whispers, soft and unbroken. This thought can be grounding, even soothing. It reminds you that you are connected to something vast, something timeless, yet intimately close. The dust in your body has traveled farther than your mind can imagine. It has seen beginnings and ends, inhaled the warmth of nascent stars, drifted through emptiness, and finally found its way here, resting inside you. There is a quiet comfort in knowing that you carry the universe with you, not as a burden, but as a companion, patient, ancient, and serene. And so, as you breathe, imagine tracing those atoms back along their journeys. Picture the quiet wanderings through cosmic clouds, the gentle drift across empty space, the gathering into the form that you are now. To exist is to be part of this story, to feel the hum of creation carried in every cell. And perhaps, in this way, you are not separate from the universe, but a continuation of it, a living echo of stardust, softly remembering all that has ever been. And as that thought settles, you may begin to wonder, if every atom remembers, what memories does the universe hold, quietly drifting through the spaces between stars, waiting for someone to feel them? After the first bloom of light, the universe did not rush. The initial brightness faded slowly, like the last embers of a fire dimming in a quiet room. In those billions of years that followed, there was little movement, little sound, and little to grasp. Space stretched outward, vast and patient, holding a calm darkness that seemed endless. It was not emptiness in the way we think of it. It was a gentle pause, a soft, contemplative hush, a place where potential could gather without hurry. Imagine a room after everyone has left, the air still, the furniture settled, the floors whispering the memory of footsteps. That is the universe in this time. The echoes of the first light lingered faintly, yet there was nothing to disturb them. The dark was not cold or threatening. It was a cradle, a quiet space for possibilities to grow. Stars were not yet born. Galaxies had not yet formed. Yet in this calm, everything was waiting patiently, without urgency, holding the promise of all that could be. This long quiet is hard to imagine because we are used to movement, to sound, to change. But the universe does not need haste. Even in its stillness, it was alive. The darkness carried the hum of possibility, subtle and steady, like the faint vibration of a string long after it has been plucked. There was room for galaxies, planets, life, and thought to emerge, but they had not yet taken shape. The silence itself was the first kind of order, a slow unfolding that would allow the complexity of stars and worlds to appear without disturbance. As you breathe, picture drifting through this calm, a visitor without weight or urgency. You float past the unformed clouds of gas, past the faint glow of lingering light, past the edges of what would one day be stars and planets. The quiet is not lonely. It is comforting, a vast expanse of rest. Here, creation is still learning patience, teaching the value of slow accumulation, of rest before the next breath. And perhaps, in this space between beginnings and formation, you can feel a reflection of your own moments of stillness. Those times when the world quiets, when you pause and notice nothing in particular, yet everything feels suspended and safe. The universe, in its long, gentle pause, mirrors this calm, reminding us that the quiet after creation is not absence. It is potential, waiting softly, endlessly, for what will one day bloom into light and life. Now imagine the universe not as a machine or a collection of particles, but as a being slowly awakening. It dreams itself into existence, a consciousness wrapped in light and space, stretching its arms across the dark. The Big Bang, perhaps, was not the first act of creation, but the stirring of a dream, a sigh that pulled possibility into form. This dream is not hurried. It does not demand immediate shape or story. It unfurls gradually, like a mind blinking awake from an endless night. The cosmos exhales and galaxies gather softly. Stars flicker into existence like thoughts forming in consciousness. Planets spin into place, as if aligning with the rhythm of a mind learning to move. Each new element, each new spark of light, feels like a gentle recognition, the universe noticing itself for the first time, stretching limbs it had not yet realized it possessed. Picture this space itself as a quiet, living body, breathing slowly. Its heartbeat is the pulse of expansion, gentle yet persistent, carrying the echoes of the first light along with it. In its dreaming, the universe is both vast and intimate. It remembers the early bloom of light, the long pause that followed, and it imagines what might come next. Nothing is rushed. Nothing is forced. The cosmos is learning patience, embracing the art of gentle unfolding. We are part of this dream, riding the soft currents of its imagination. Our existence is not separate from the cosmos, but a small reflection of its waking thoughts. Each breath we take mirrors the slow inhale and exhale of galaxies forming, of stars igniting, of worlds coming alive. We too carry a fragment of its memory, a trace of its dreaming, and in this vision, the question of beginnings begins to soften. Perhaps there was never a singular start, only a dream stirring endlessly. Perhaps the Big Bang was just one blink, one inhale, in a consciousness that is infinite, timeless, and patient. Each star that forms, each particle that drifts, each quiet shadow of potential is part of the universe learning to see itself. So, as you settle deeper into thought, you may picture the cosmos lying in a vast, dark room, slowly opening its eyes, stretching limbs of light and matter, and dreaming without hurry. And you, carried along in its dream, may begin to sense the endless wonder of being inside a universe that never stops learning, never stops noticing, and never stops gently unfolding. What else might this dreaming universe imagine next, in the quiet spaces between stars, in the slow exhale of its infinite breath? Close your eyes and imagine a place where clocks do not tick. There are no hours, no minutes, no days or nights. There is no calendar, no sequence of events to measure. Here nothing ages, nothing decays. There is no first step, no last word, no turning page. Time, as we understand it, simply does not exist. And yet in this timeless expanse there is calm, there is infinity. Imagine floating in darkness that is soft, not threatening, stretching endlessly in all directions. There is no pressure to move, no urgency to arrive anywhere. You are weightless, untethered, drifting with a gentle sense of presence. Potential surrounds you, vast, unbroken, patient. It waits quietly, not demanding attention, not rushing to become anything. Every particle, every spark, every possibility exists simultaneously, a field of infinite calm. In this space, beginnings are illusions. There is no before and no after. There is only now, a now that is endless and complete in itself. You can feel it in your own body, in the quiet rhythm of your breathing, as if each inhale and exhale mirrors the vast, eternal stillness around you. There is peace here, a kind of suspended awareness, a gentle reassurance that nothing must happen to validate existence. Without the structure of time, every action and every thought loses the weight of consequence. There is nothing to regret, nothing to anticipate. Even change itself is optional. The universe, in this timeless state, is like a calm ocean with no waves, smooth, reflecting the faintest glimmers of possibility, undisturbed yet full of potential energy, ready to ripple when it chooses. And as you drift in this timeless space, you may begin to notice the subtle comfort it brings. The absence of progression is not loss, but freedom. The absence of beginnings and endings is not confusion, but liberation. The mind, accustomed to measuring, can finally rest. And in this rest, the universe itself feels alive, breathing silently, suspended in the quiet, infinite calm of a space that does not tick. Here, in this gentle, boundless dark, you begin to sense that the essence of existence does not rely on time. It relies on presence, on being, on the soft knowledge that potential is everywhere and always. And as you breathe, you might wonder if clocks never ticked, if beginnings never began. What might the universe feel like, drifting in the stillness of itself, infinite and serene? Now imagine that the universe does not move in a straight line. It does not march forward relentlessly from birth to death, from past to future. Instead, it flows in loops, gentle circles, like the tides brushing against the shore, like the rise and fall of your own breath, like seasons cycling quietly through the year. Nothing truly ends. Nothing is ever lost. Everything returns again and again in infinite rhythm. Picture a wave traveling across a calm ocean. It rises, peaks, and folds back into the water, only to gather again, forming another wave. The universe, in its vastness, moves much the same way. Galaxies expand and fade. Stars are born and die. And yet the energy, the matter, the essence of all things finds its way back into new forms, new expressions, new stories. There is no finality, only continuous transformation. Imagine yourself riding one of these cosmic loops, weightless, floating through cycles of light and dark, creation and rest. You see beginnings that feel like endings, and endings that feel like beginnings. You feel the soft assurance that every moment is part of a larger, repeating pattern, a gentle rhythm that stretches far beyond your comprehension. Just as your breath flows in and out, so does the universe. Inhale, possibility gathers. Exhale, potential spreads. Each cycle is unique, yet connected to the last. There is a quiet symmetry in this motion, a gentle predictability that comforts without confining. You do not need to chase what is passing, for it will return, softly, in its own time. This vision can dissolve worry. There is no loss in loops, only continuity. There is no rush to achieve, no fear of finality, because everything returns, reshapes, renews. The universe is not a story with a first and last chapter. It is a song that repeats its melody in infinite variations, a lullaby of cosmic proportions, carrying you along its gentle, eternal rhythm. And as you float in this awareness, you may begin to notice a subtle peace settling over you. The loops of the universe mirror the cycles of your own life, your own breath, your own moments of waking and sleeping, your own small spirals of beginning and returning. And in this reflection, you realize that perhaps existence itself is a gentle loop, and all you need to do is drift along with its calm, recurring flow. Beyond the loops and cycles of our own universe, imagine an ocean of possibility, infinite and calm, stretching beyond what you can see or imagine. Floating in this vast expanse are other universes, delicate bubbles of light and shadow, each one carrying its own rhythm, its own dream. Some shimmer faintly, some glow brightly, and each moves gently, unaware of the others, yet connected through the subtle currents of the infinite ocean. Picture a bubble drifting silently across calm water. Inside it, worlds are forming, stars igniting, possibilities unfolding. And when it bursts, it does not vanish violently. Instead, it releases ripples, whispers that carry fragments of its story into the surrounding ocean, gently nudging other bubbles, sharing echoes of creation. The universe we inhabit may be just one of countless bubbles, part of a quiet, boundless conversation that has no beginning and no end. Each bubble is unique, yet not separate. They brush past one another softly, exchanging ideas without collision, blending histories without effort. In their drifting, there is a sense of infinite patience. Nothing needs to happen all at once. The hum of existence flows from one to the next, a calm river of potential connecting every world, every star, every particle. Imagine floating between them, weightless and free. You pass through the faint shimmer of a universe forming, feel the gentle pulse of another fading, and hear the soft echoes of all that has ever existed resonating beneath it all. There is no fear here, no competition, only the serene, endless motion of being itself, carried across an ocean that never stops, that never demands, that never hurries. And as you drift, you might begin to sense that our own universe is only one voice in this gentle choir. Its birth, its cycles, its quiet hum of memory, all ripple outward, touching other bubbles in ways too subtle to perceive. Perhaps we are part of a vast, invisible conversation, each of us a note in a symphony of infinite possibilities. And in this vision, beginnings feel less urgent, endings less final. Even the birth of light, even the fading of stars, becomes part of a soft, interconnected flow. And you, floating in the calm between bubbles, might wonder if each universe whispers to the next, what songs of possibility are still drifting, still forming, still waiting to be heard across the infinite ocean. Return now to the image of breath, of waves, of gentle loops. In this vast cosmos of cycles and floating bubbles, there is a quiet reassurance. Nothing truly ends. The universe, in all its forms, simply folds back into itself, rests, and begins again. Just as your own breath rises and falls, just as ocean waves roll endlessly onto the shore, existence is a gentle, repeating rhythm. Imagine the soft curve of a wave, folding over, spilling its energy into the sand, and then gathering once more to rise again. Life, stars, galaxies, even entire universes, move with a similar grace. Beginnings and endings are illusions, tools for the mind to hold on to. In reality, there is only the loop, the infinite cycle of inhalation and exhalation, of light and darkness, of becoming and returning. Floating in this awareness, you can let go of the need to control or measure. There is no first step and no final step, only continuous movement, endless and reassuring. Every star that dies, every moment that passes, every whisper of cosmic memory, all fold back into the flow, waiting to emerge again, softly, gently, inevitably. The universe itself seems to rest in this loop. Its expansion and contraction, its cycles of birth and rebirth, carry a quiet patience. There is no rush, no need for urgency, no fear of loss. Everything is recycled, renewed, and held within the soft rhythm of the whole. The loops themselves become a lullaby, a gentle cadence that mirrors your own breathing, inviting calm, trust, and surrender. And as you drift further into this understanding, you may feel the weight of worry dissolve. The loops of the cosmos cradle you in the same way the waves cradle the shore. You realize that beginnings are gentle entrances, endings are gentle exits, and in between there is a serene continuity that asks nothing of you but quiet observation. If everything loops, you are never truly separate. Nothing is ever gone. Every moment, every particle, every whisper of the universe participates in this gentle, eternal motion. And in this motion, you can rest. The cosmos rests, the stars rest, and even you, floating softly within it, are held by the infinite, tender rhythm of being itself. And as you settle into that thought, you may wonder, what will the next cycle bring? What quiet marvel is already beginning, just beyond your awareness, as the universe breathes once more, gently, endlessly, forever? Imagine a single point at the heart of everything, where nothing moves. No light, no sound, no rush of time, just stillness, calm and complete. Even as the universe expands in every direction, this quiet point remains untouched, a center of serenity that holds the potential for all that comes afterward. It is not empty in the way we fear emptiness, but full of possibility, full of peace, full of gentle, patient energy waiting to be noticed. Picture sitting in meditation, when thoughts drift like clouds across a blue sky. Between one thought and the next, there is a pause, a small, sacred space of awareness. That pause is like the quiet point at the center of the cosmos. It does not judge, it does not rush. It simply exists, holding everything within its calm embrace. In that stillness, the universe breathes, pauses, and prepares for the next ripple of creation. Even the idea of an explosive beginning softens here. The Big Bang, often imagined as a sudden, violent eruption, can instead be seen as a gentle stirring within this quiet center, a subtle exhale, a slow bloom of light that arises from the calm rather than shattering it. From the quiet point, all movement, all formation, all unfolding seems to emerge effortlessly, as if the universe itself is resting even as it awakens. Imagine floating toward that point. The vastness of galaxies and stars surrounds you, yet there is no need to grasp them or hurry past. You reach the center and feel a stillness that is comforting, a presence that does not demand anything but recognition. In that silence, there is no pressure to understand, no expectation to solve mysteries. There is only the gentle reality of being, the soft pulse of potential, waiting quietly to bloom. And in that quiet, a gentle question arises. What if the source of all motion, all light, all creation, was not an explosion, but a pause, a single heartbeat of serenity from which everything else gently unfolds? That thought is not urgent. It does not demand an answer. It simply rests, like the universe itself, at the core of all things, inviting you to rest alongside it, in the calm center that quietly holds the promise of everything. Now, turn inward and imagine your own mind. Among the streams of thought, the chatter of memories, the plans for tomorrow, there exists a quiet center, a place where nothing moves, where nothing insists on attention. It is an inner stillness, soft and patient, a sanctuary untouched by worry or expectation. In this way, your mind mirrors the cosmos, a vast space with a quiet heart, observing itself without effort. Picture yourself lying back in this awareness, noticing your breath as it flows in and out, steady and gentle. Each inhale mirrors the expansion of space, each exhale the soft gathering of matter and energy. Within this simple rhythm lies a center of calm, a void that is not empty, but full of serene potential. Just as the universe has its quiet point, you too carry an inner space that holds all experience, all possibility, without demanding action. Imagine thoughts rising like clouds, drifting across this inner sky. Notice them, but do not chase them. They appear and fade, returning your focus to the stillness that remains constant beneath the motion. The mind and the cosmos share this pattern, awareness resting quietly, holding infinite potential, noticing creation without forcing it. You are both observer and participant, a reflection of the universe's gentle, patient gaze. This quiet center is not separate from you. It is part of your experience of being alive. It watches without judging, rests without leaving, and allows every moment to arrive naturally. Just as stars and galaxies form from soft patterns of potential, your own thoughts and feelings arise from this inner space, in their own time, without urgency. The stillness beneath them is always present, always patient, always waiting to be recognized. And in this recognition, you may notice a subtle connection. Your calm awareness and the universe's quiet heart are intertwined, reflections of each other. The inner space becomes a mirror for the outer space, and the outer space becomes a mirror for your own awareness. In this gentle interplay, you sense that being and observing are one, a soft, ongoing conversation between the cosmos and your consciousness. And as you rest in this awareness, you may wonder if the universe has a quiet heart and you have your own inner stillness. Might these spaces be one and the same? Might the calm within you be the echo of the calm at the center of all things, patiently observing, endlessly present? Now consider a thought, gentle and soft. Perhaps you are not separate from the universe, but its way of noticing itself. Your awareness, your mind, your quiet attention. These may be the universe reflecting on its own existence, a mirror held up to the vastness from within. Each thought, each moment of awareness, becomes part of the cosmic awakening, part of a silent, infinite realization. Picture yourself gazing at the stars. The light reaches you after traveling countless years, and in observing it, you participate in its journey. The universe existed long before you, yet through your perception, it becomes aware of its own beauty, its own complexity. You are both witness and participant, observer and observed. There is a gentle paradox here. The universe awakens through your noticing, and you awaken through the universe. This reflection need not be daunting. It is soothing, like water flowing over smooth stones. Your consciousness does not have to solve mysteries or measure vastness. Simply noticing, simply being aware is enough. In that awareness, you are part of a larger pattern, a quiet loop in which observation itself becomes a gentle act of creation. The universe dreams itself, and in your reflection, it smiles softly. Consider that every moment of calm awareness, every quiet breath, is part of this paradox. Your attention, floating freely, mirrors the soft pulse of galaxies, the drift of stars, the subtle hum of light echoing through space. Each time you witness, you participate in the cosmos' ongoing meditation, a continuous unfolding that has no beginning and no end. Awareness itself becomes the bridge between inner and outer, small and vast, fleeting and eternal. And as you sit within this reflection, there is a subtle peace. Questions of origin, of purpose, of first moments dissolve into the gentle rhythm of noticing. You are not separate from creation. You are a way for it to know itself, a soft, patient echo of the infinite. The observer and the observed are one, intertwined, breathing together in quiet harmony. And so you may wonder softly, without urgency, if consciousness is the universe noticing itself, then in every heartbeat, every blink, every thought, might the cosmos awaken just a little more, quietly, endlessly, and gently. Let go of the past and the future, for in this moment, there is only now. Time as a line dissolves. Instead, imagine a vast, eternal present, a gentle, all-encompassing moment in which everything exists simultaneously, peacefully, without pressure. The Big Bang is not behind you, and tomorrow is not ahead. All is unfolding here, in the endless now. Picture every photon of light, every particle, every heartbeat and thought, moving in this timeless present. The universe is still creating, still expanding, still breathing, and you are part of it. Each breath you take, each pause in your awareness, is part of the same cosmic pulse that has always existed and will always exist. There is no hurry, no first, no last. There is only the eternal unfolding of this moment. As you rest here, notice that every flicker of light from distant stars, every hum of cosmic memory, every ripple of energy across space is happening now. The first spark, the quiet pause, the distant galaxies drifting, all are part of this single, ongoing event. Nothing is past, nothing is future, all is simply present, infinite and whole. This awareness can be soothing, grounding. Let go of counting minutes, of tracing beginnings or endings. Instead, sink into the calm rhythm of the eternal present. Feel the soft pulse of creation beneath everything, the gentle, patient unfolding of space and time as one. You are not separate from it. You are breathing within it, resting within it, part of the ongoing, gentle dance of existence. Imagine the universe as a vast ocean, each wave rising and falling in the same moment. Your thoughts, your awareness, your breath, all move with these waves, part of the same infinite rhythm. There is no need to hurry, no need to measure. Everything that has been, everything that will be, exists now, quietly, calmly, peacefully. And so, as you settle deeper into this awareness, you may realize the Big Bang is not a moment in the past. It is not a beginning to mark. It is still happening, in every star that forms, in every heartbeat, in every flicker of light. The cosmos and you within it are part of the eternal present, endless, gentle, and infinitely alive. And in this thought, there is peace, no beginning, no ending, only the eternal now, carrying you softly through the quiet, infinite heartbeat of existence. Imagine a single beam of light born in the earliest moments of the universe. It emerges quietly, softly, as if the cosmos itself took a gentle breath and exhaled this tiny spark. From that first flicker, it begins a journey that has no end, moving endlessly through the vast expanse of space. It does not age. It does not tire. Time does not touch it. It is a traveler without need, drifting through the void with quiet purpose. Picture this photon weaving between the first wisps of gas, past newborn stars yet to form, past galaxies still taking shape. It moves in silence, carrying within it the memory of its birth, a whisper of the universe's first light, and though it has traveled for eons, it never diminishes. Its essence is unchanged. Its journey is eternal, a thread connecting the beginning of all things to every moment that follows. As it travels, it passes through the spaces where suns will later rise and planets will spin. It glides past the places that will one day hold life, carrying the faintest echoes of the first glow, a gentle witness to the unfolding of everything. The photon knows no rush. It is patient, steady, a soft presence that reminds the universe that even light, the fastest thing known, can embody serenity. Imagine floating alongside this photon, weightless and free. You sense the vast distances it covers, the gentle emptiness of space surrounding it, the faint warmth of a light that has existed longer than memory. Yet it is not lonely. Its path is part of the rhythm of the cosmos, part of the quiet pulse of creation itself. Every star, every planet, every galaxy it passes is touched softly by its presence, like a gentle sigh stretching across eternity. And as you follow this endless journey, you may begin to feel a subtle awe that a single point of light, born in the first moments of time, continues without end, carrying memory, possibility, and connection. It is a reminder that even in the vastest distances, in the quietest darkness, there is continuity. And you, resting in this thought, may begin to wonder, what else might this timeless traveler see as it drifts softly, endlessly, across the universe, carrying the gentle echo of beginnings along its eternal path? Now imagine that same photon reaching the edge of a sun, hundreds of millions of years later. It spills outward, streaming across space toward a distant world. The light brushes against planets, caresses the tips of clouds, and spreads into warmth. And somewhere, on a small blue planet, it touches your eyes, filling your morning with golden hues. You see the sunrise and feel a subtle, ancient connection. This light has been traveling since the dawn of everything, and now it meets you. Every sunrise is more than beauty. It is a message from the cosmos. Time, in its gentle and patient way, has carried this photon across the vastness, delivering a letter from the past. And as you breathe it in, as the warmth spreads across your skin, you are connected to all that has been. The first spark of light, the quiet dark between stars, the unfolding of galaxies. You are part of its story. Think of all the light that reaches you in a single day, from lamps, from screens, from the sun itself. Each ray carries a journey far longer than your own, a tale of passage through space and time. It touches you, illuminating both the world and the quiet inner spaces of your mind. Light is not just illumination. It is connection, a bridge between moments, between beings, between the distant past and your present awareness. Imagine holding this in your mind, feeling the gentle rhythm of the universe delivered by photons that never tire. They move steadily, unhurried, carrying possibility and memory alike. You are not separate from this current. Every glance at the sky, Every shimmer of dawn, every glow that brushes your hand, is a touch from the cosmos itself, an intimate presence that has traveled billions of years to meet you in this very moment. And as you rest in this thought, you may sense a subtle warmth spreading through you. Light is not only outside, it passes into your inner being. You are carried along its journey, a participant in its infinite path. And quietly, you may wonder if every ray of light has a story stretching back to the first moments of creation. Then what ancient, gentle messages are brushing past you right now, arriving from the farthest reaches of the universe, just to touch your awareness? Imagine that light is memory itself, a quiet carrier of everything it has seen. It never dies, it never stops. It simply moves gently and endlessly through the vastness of space. Each photon is a letter from the past, a note written at the dawn of time, still traveling outward, still reaching places it could never have imagined. It remembers stars, galaxies, and moments that have long since passed, carrying their echoes softly across eternity. Picture the sun's glow on your skin. That warmth is more than energy. It is memory made visible. It carries the story of countless generations of light, the echo of creation itself. In this sense, light becomes like love. It moves tirelessly, connecting, touching and remembering, never fading, always present in some form, always reaching outward to meet another being. Think of faces you have known, moments you hold dear. Each memory is like a photon in your mind, traveling across your inner space, illuminating thought and feeling. And in the same way, the light outside you remembers its origins, tracing the gentle journey of all that has ever been. It reminds you that nothing truly disappears. It simply moves, softly, gracefully, continuing its passage, leaving a trail of connection behind it. Every time light reaches your eyes, it carries a history. It is the whisper of distant stars, the sigh of planets long gone, the quiet hum of galaxies forming and fading. In this endless travel, it is patient and unhurried, offering continuity in a universe that seems so vast and changing. It is proof that even across unimaginable distances, even across time itself, presence endures. And as you rest in this awareness, you may begin to feel a quiet reassurance. Light is memory, memory is connection, and connection is eternal. Each photon brushing past you is a gentle witness, a messenger of continuity, a soft reminder that existence is woven from threads that never break. And in this realization, you might wonder, what other stories are traveling across the cosmos right now, moving endlessly, carrying memory and presence, quietly seeking to touch the world and you with their infinite journey. Now imagine standing in the sun's warmth. Feel it brush your skin, gentle, steady, patient. This warmth is not only energy, it is the first breath of existence reaching you, still glowing after billions of years, carrying the soft memory of the universe's earliest moments. Every ray that touches you is part of a story that began long before you were born, yet arrives as if meant only for you, intimate and personal. Think of the light as a gentle hand resting on your shoulder, a soft embrace from the cosmos. It reminds you that you are part of something vast and unending. The warmth is continuity itself, a connection between you and every star, every particle, every moment of creation. You feel it not only on your skin but deep within, a quiet, reassuring pulse that echoes the gentle rhythm of the universe. Every sunrise is a reunion, a meeting of ancient light with a living, conscious world. And when you notice it, you recognize that the distance traveled does not diminish the message. The light arrives just as it was meant to, full of presence, full of history, full of subtle reassurance that you are not separate from the unfolding of existence. Imagine lying back, letting the sun's warmth fill your senses, letting it remind you of the timeless journey that brought it here. Each ray has traveled, drifted, and waited patiently, carrying the quiet stories of beginnings, of stars igniting, of galaxies forming, of the universe breathing itself into life. And now, it rests upon you softly, intimately, like a touch that has been traveling since the first spark of time. And as you settle into this feeling, you may sense a gentle peace. Continuity is alive, flowing through light, through warmth, through the endless connections of the cosmos. You are held in this vast embrace. The sun, the first photons, the quiet journey of light across billions of years, all of it meets you here now. And in this soft, radiant presence, you may wonder if every ray carries the memory of creation. Might each touch of light you feel today be a whisper from the dawn of time, reminding you that the universe has always been, and will always be, quietly with you. Imagine a star shining brightly, warm and steady for millions of years. Its light reaches across space, touching worlds, nurturing possibilities. Yet even the brightest star eventually grows weary. Its flames soften, its glow fades, and finally it rests. But this rest is not the end. It is a transformation, a gentle shift, like autumn leaves falling to the earth, feeding soil that will cradle new growth in spring. Visualize the star's final moments. Its outer layers drift away in a quiet swirl, glowing softly, scattering across the cosmos. From these ashes, new clouds of dust and gas gather. Over time, they begin to hum with life, collapsing into shapes that will one day shine anew. Death in this cosmic dance is not silence, it is music, a lullaby for what will follow. Consider that every ending contains the seed of a beginning. The universe, in its quiet patience, recycles itself endlessly. Nothing is truly lost. A supernova, bursting with grace, is not destruction but a gentle offering. Its materials will drift, slowly gathering, coalescing, whispering the promise of future stars. The energy of one life spreads softly, nourishing countless others. Even as you rest in this thought, notice the comfort in impermanence. The star's passing is not abrupt or harsh. It is rhythmic, natural, a gentle sigh in the long breath of time. In its fading, there is continuity, and in its scattering, there is care. Each atom released carries history and potential alike, carrying the soft memory of its light into future forms. And as you float alongside this quiet transformation, consider the pattern repeating everywhere. Each ending is gentle, each decay a soft invitation. The universe is never finished, never silent, but always moving in quiet cycles of renewal. And so, as one star rests, another begins, an eternal rhythm that teaches patience, surrender, and trust. You, too, are part of this flow, breathing in the quiet knowledge that nothing truly vanishes, everything transforms, and every ending is the gentle beginning of something new. Now, think of yourself in the vastness of the cosmos. The atoms that make up your body have traveled for billions of years, shaped by countless cycles of birth and decay. Some once lived in stars, then drifted through space, gathering into planets and life. They are not gone. They continue dancing across space and time, carrying whispers of existence forward. Imagine a future moment the matter in your body disperses, joining other atoms, other lives, other stars. You may feel a gentle sadness at the thought of leaving, but notice the warmth beneath it. Nothing is truly lost. Your essence, the material and energetic threads of who you are, continues, weaving into new forms. Stars will carry these atoms, and in turn, those stars will birth new worlds. In this quiet, endless recycling, you are remembered. Visualize your presence as a subtle light, dissolving softly into the cosmos. Each part of you flows into something new, touched by the past, and carrying the potential for the future. In this way, the universe becomes a storyteller, recording not in words but in matter and energy. Every atom once part of you whispers in its own quiet language, tracing a gentle narrative that threads through the endless cosmos. Consider that the stars themselves are part of this memory. When they shine, they carry the history of everything that formed them, everything that fed them. Your atoms, mingling with stardust, become part of this storytelling light. Watching the night sky, you are seeing not only distant suns, but echoes of your own existence, the soft memory of you reflected across time and space. And as you rest in this reflection, allow a sense of intimacy to bloom. You are never separate from the universe. Your being continues. Your essence participates in the cosmic dance, carried along in starlight, in dust, in warmth. And so, softly, without urgency, you might wonder, what other forms of life, light, and creation are quietly remembering you now, in their gentle unfolding, as the cosmos carries your presence forward, endlessly and tenderly. Imagine the universe breathing. Inhale, exhale. Vast stretches of space gather in silence, then release. Stars shine and fade, galaxies drift, and yet the rhythm continues. Some scientists imagine a cycle like this on a cosmic scale, the universe collapsing, then rebounding, endlessly breathing in and out. Each collapse is not an ending, but a gentle pause before the next birth. Picture a gentle contraction, space folding softly, matter drawing together in quiet anticipation. The universe gathers itself like a sleeper curling into the covers, resting in preparation for what comes next. And then, with a gentle exhale, it expands again, unfolding matter, light, and possibility, as if starting over with a soft sigh. This is not tragedy, not abruptness. It is a lullaby, a calm rhythm that repeats endlessly, offering infinite chances for renewal. In this vision, each cycle is patient, unhurried. Energy is never lost. Time is not cruel. Instead, there is trust, a quiet continuity in the patterns of collapse and expansion. Every universe, every star, every particle is a note in this soft cosmic melody, rising and falling in harmony, breathing with a rhythm that is eternal and comforting. Consider how this rhythm mirrors your own body. Each breath draws in, releases, rests, and prepares again. The cosmos mirrors you, and you mirror the cosmos. There is no rush, no need to resist. The universe's cycles are a meditation, teaching patience and gentle acceptance. Even the end of a star, the collapse of a galaxy, is part of a slow, soothing dance. And as you float alongside this thought, notice the calm that arises. Eternity is not something to fear. It is a quiet, endless rehearsal, a cosmic lullaby where every collapse and rebirth is a soft note in an infinite melody. And in this gentle rhythm, you may wonder if the universe itself breathes in cycles of collapse and birth. Then might every ending in your own life be part of a similar lullaby, leading softly into something new, patient, and infinite. Listen now to the quiet rhythm of the cosmos. Space expands, stars ignite, galaxies drift, and yet beneath it all is a gentle pulse, steady and unhurried. The universe rocks itself to sleep in endless repetition, and so it expands, and so it rests, and so it expands again. Each motion carries both activity and calm, each stretch of space a note in the soft lullaby of existence. Imagine drifting alongside a galaxy as it moves through space. The stars shine, fade, and shine again in patterns that repeat over millennia. Each pulse of creation carries the memory of what has passed and the promise of what will come. You are part of this rhythm, carried in its gentle motion, floating in harmony with a cycle that never ends. Consider every ending, every fading light, every quiet collapse. They are not abrupt or final. They are soft, comforting pauses in the universe's song. And each new star, each new wave of expansion follows naturally, seamlessly, as though the cosmos itself is breathing, singing, and resting at once. This is the lullaby of expansion, gentle and eternal. Notice how the repetition itself brings comfort. The universe does not rush. It does not demand. It moves with patience and grace, teaching through rhythm that all endings are followed by beginnings, all stillness is followed by motion. You are cradled in this vast, infinite cadence, held in its calm, its gentle assurance. And as you settle into this rhythm, let your thoughts soften. Let your mind rest in the quiet understanding that everything unfolds with gentle purpose. And so it expands, and so it rests, and so it expands again. The universe rocks itself in infinite cycles, endlessly patient, endlessly caring. And in this soft, perpetual motion, you may wonder what other quiet, gentle patterns of renewal are carrying you forward right now, as the cosmos sings its lullaby across space and time, softly rocking itself, and you to sleep. Close your eyes and imagine space not as empty, but alive with a subtle, endless vibration, a hum that stretches across the cosmos, too low for human ears, too vast to measure, yet present in every corner of existence. It is a quiet music beneath the silence, a pulse that has persisted since the earliest moments of time. The universe is not still, it is breathing, singing softly, in frequencies that touch the soul more than the senses. Picture this hum as a gentle current flowing through the darkness, rippling across galaxies and drifting through the spaces between stars. It does not intrude. It does not demand attention. Instead, it forms a delicate foundation, a calm rhythm beneath the brilliance of suns, the slow swirl of planets, and the dance of light across space. In this vibration, there is comfort, a sense that everything is connected, that every movement of matter carries a quiet note in a symphony too immense to name. Imagine floating within this cosmic music. You feel it in the gentle pressure of your chest, the calm rise and fall of your breath, the quiet rhythm beneath thought. Each beat, each vibration is subtle and continuous, like a lullaby sung by the universe itself. The stars pulse along with it, the galaxies sway, the dark spaces hum with invisible sound. Even the emptiness carries a resonance, a soft continuity that underpins all that exists. Now consider that this hum has no beginning or end. It has always been there, present before stars were born, before galaxies spiraled, before life began. It stretches backward and forward, eternal and patient, a reminder that even in silence there is order, presence, and gentle reassurance. This music is not for ears alone. It resonates in the feeling of calm, the sense of belonging, the slow awareness that you are part of a vast, living cosmos. And as you settle deeper into this thought, you may begin to notice something remarkable. The hum is not something you need to chase or understand. It exists beneath everything, supporting the universe like a quiet foundation beneath the vast cathedral of space. Its continuity invites rest. Its patience mirrors your own heartbeat. And softly, as you float with it, you may wonder if the universe itself sings a song beneath our awareness. What subtle melodies might it be offering to carry you into peace, into stillness, into infinite, gentle calm? Now imagine leaning closer, not with your ears, but with your mind and spirit. Space hums, and you feel it more than hear it, a vibration beneath thought, a resonance beneath consciousness. It is a music you cannot capture, a song that exists beyond sound. And as you listen, your awareness stretches outward, merging with its gentle pulse, becoming a part of its quiet rhythm. Consider the stars themselves as instruments in this cosmic orchestra. Each one contributes a note, a subtle flicker, a resonance carried in the faint warmth of its light. Galaxies swirl like strings, their rotations plucking invisible chords that echo across space. The void between is not empty, it is a resonant chamber, carrying vibrations that wrap around you, enfolding you in a sense of timeless presence. Imagine letting your thoughts float, drifting along these unseen currents. You do not need to understand the physics, or measure the wavelengths, or name the stars. Simply allow yourself to feel the pulse. Each vibration carries calm, a reassurance that there is coherence even in vastness, harmony even in silence. You are not separate from the cosmos. You are moving with it, breathing with it, listening with it. Notice how the hum resonates within your chest, a soft echo of the universe's own heartbeat. Your pulse slows, your breath deepens. You sense the infinity of space not as frightening, but as protective, a gentle cradle holding all matter, all thought, all life. It reminds you that there is continuity, that even in moments of solitude, the universe itself is attuned to existence, carrying memory and presence across unimaginable distances. And as you settle deeper, the vibration softens into a gentle, pervasive calm. Infinity is not distant, it is near, flowing through every particle, every breath, every thought. In this quiet listening, you feel a connection that transcends time and place. The hum does not demand anything from you, it simply exists, patient, eternal, supportive. And as your mind rests in this awareness, you may wonder what other quiet, endless vibrations of the cosmos are brushing past you now, inviting your consciousness to pause, to align, to rest in their infinite, gentle rhythm. Now, expand your awareness to include not only the hum of space, but the song of everything within it. Imagine each atom vibrating in its own gentle rhythm, each molecule carrying a note, each cell contributing a quiet chord. These vibrations intertwine, forming a vast invisible harmony, connecting the smallest particles to the largest galaxies. The universe itself is a symphony, and you are part of its chord. Picture the heartbeat of a star, the spin of a planet, the rotation of a galaxy, each contributing to a melody that stretches across space and time. Even your own heartbeat, your breath, the soft motion of your body, resonates in sync with this cosmic music. There is no separation. There is only resonance. You are both listener and instrument, both awareness and vibration, part of a harmony that has persisted since the first flicker of creation. Consider that this harmony is patient and eternal. It does not rush. It does not demand perfection. It is a gentle weaving of existence itself, every note perfectly imperfect, every vibration gently contributing to the vast interconnected song. And in this realization, a quiet awe may bloom. The same forces that move stars, shape galaxies, and guide cosmic dust also move you, carry you, cradle you. Imagine drifting with this awareness, each inhalation and exhalation echoing the rhythm of distant suns. Your thoughts soften, your mind slows. The vastness of the universe no longer feels distant or overwhelming. Instead, it feels intimate, a soft embrace of resonance, a gentle melody in which every element of existence, from the smallest atom to the most massive galaxy, is included, honored, and in harmony. And as you rest in this understanding, notice the soothing quality of harmony itself. It does not force attention, it invites calm. The universe is singing, and you are part of the song. Every flicker of light, every vibration, every movement carries the same gentle tune. And softly, as you listen, you may wonder, if everything is a chord in this vast symphony, then might your presence, your awareness, your breath also be a note in the universe's eternal, gentle music, resonating in infinite, soothing harmony. Now, let the music soften, fading into the quiet spaces between notes. Even the most delicate vibration eventually settles, becoming still. This silence is not absence, it is the final note, a resting point in the endless melody of existence. The universe listens as much as it sings, holding every vibration, every pulse, every whisper, in patient attention. Picture the vast reaches of space, dark and still, yet alive with the memory of every note that has passed through it. The hum of creation continues faintly beneath this silence, but now it is a backdrop, a calm foundation, a gentle reassurance that nothing has vanished, nothing is lost. Every echo of the past lingers softly, contained within the quiet. Feel yourself floating in this silent expanse. There is no need to chase sound or thought. You are surrounded by an awareness that does not demand, does not intrude, does not hurry. In this calm, each heartbeat of yours resonates gently with the cosmos, a soft confirmation that presence persists even when motion pauses. The silence itself is a song, a melody without notes, a lullaby for consciousness. Consider that every end, every fading star, every settled vibration contributes to this stillness. The universe does not cease when silence arrives. Instead, it folds gently into itself, resting, listening, reflecting. There is perfect harmony in this quiet, a patient, eternal space where all creation is held and attended, where every motion, every pulse, every flicker of light finds completion in calm awareness. And as you dwell in this gentle stillness, notice the comfort it brings. Silence carries a soft wisdom that everything, no matter how bright or fleeting, is honored in the eternal flow. And you, drifting in this awareness, may sense that even your own thoughts, your own presence, are held in the same quiet embrace. The universe has sung. The universe now listens. And in this infinite, patient listening, you may wonder, what gentle truths are held in the silent heart of existence, patiently reflecting back all that has ever been, quietly cradling you in its eternal calm. Imagine for a moment that the universe is a mirror, not a cold, polished surface, but a living reflection, warm and patient. In you, it sees a part of itself, a flicker of starlight, a ripple of cosmic curiosity. Your eyes, your thoughts, even your quiet breath, are windows through which the cosmos admires its own unfolding. You are both observer and observed, the gentle meeting place of vastness and awareness. Consider the way your mind reflects on distant galaxies, imagining their vast spirals, their silent dances across space. Each thought is a small echo of the universe recognizing its own beauty. The planets turning, the stars burning, the gentle hum beneath all things. They exist not only in their own right, but as something that can be witnessed, something that can be appreciated. And through your gaze, they find a moment of recognition, a quiet approval. Picture the universe pausing as you notice a single star holding itself in gentle attention. It does not need to do anything, it simply glows, secure in its being, content to be witnessed. And in witnessing it, you participate in its awareness, completing a circle of presence that stretches from the tiniest particle in your hand to the furthest galaxy at the edge of perception. Each quiet thought you have, each gentle wonder you hold, is part of this dialogue between consciousness and cosmos. There is calm in knowing this. The universe does not hurry, does not demand, does not judge. It simply notices itself in you as you notice it. You are not separate from the vastness, but an intimate part of its reflection. In this understanding, awe flows naturally, not as tension or urgency, but as a soft, lingering warmth that rests in your chest. And as you breathe slowly, following the quiet rhythm of your awareness, you may wonder, if the universe sees itself in every conscious gaze, how many reflections are sparkling gently across the cosmos right now, each one holding a piece of this infinite, tender mirror. Now, let your mind drift toward the delicate idea that reality may not exist independently of noticing. Imagine that every star, every particle, every gentle drift of cosmic dust arises in part because someone somewhere is aware of it. The universe, in a quiet way, may need a witness, a soft consciousness, to unfold fully into being. Picture a photon traveling across UNS, light stretching, bending, weaving through space. Its path is unformed until observed. In this quiet unfolding, observation and existence become entwined, a dance of attention giving birth to reality. Perhaps all matter, all phenomena, are not just objects but invitations, waiting to be noticed, waiting to be known. And when they are seen, the universe smiles, settling into clarity, not with noise, but with calm acknowledgement. Consider that even your gaze participates in creation. The act of noticing a distant tree, a flicker of light, or the soft pulse of a star is more than perception. It is gentle shaping, a quiet confirmation that this moment exists. You are both participant and witness, a soft force helping reality take its gentle, patient form. The cosmos is not imposing itself on you. It is co-creating with your attention, each thought a brushstroke in the ongoing painting of existence. Imagine how this changes the way you breathe. Each observation, each quiet reflection is a tender act of care. Nothing is rushed. Nothing is forced. The stars need only be seen. The universe needs only to be noticed. And in your own calm awareness, you find that you are part of this timeless collaboration, a gentle co-author of the cosmic story, helping the universe affirm its own unfolding with nothing more than your presence. And as you rest in this thought, allow a soft curiosity to linger. If every particle, every heartbeat, every light that reaches you exists because it is observed, then might your consciousness itself be a quiet miracle, holding the universe gently in its awareness, a tender witness to the infinite song that stretches endlessly in all directions, inviting calm wonder with every breath. Now, let us consider awareness itself as a form of gentle creation. Each time you notice a star, a gentle light, or the rhythm of your own heartbeat, the universe awakens in response. It is not something that happened only in the past, nor is it separate from this moment. Creation is continuous, unfolding softly, quietly, as long as there is attention to receive it. Picture the stars twinkling, not as objects fixed in distance, but as responsive companions reflecting your own curiosity back to you. The galaxy rotates, not in isolation, but in dialogue with every conscious gaze that wonders at its vastness. Awareness and existence are partners in a slow, meditative dance, each supporting the other in patient unfolding. Every act of noticing is a gentle nudge that sustains the cosmos, a quiet reassurance that the universe continues to bloom into being. Consider how this changes your relationship with reality. You are not just a passive observer, but an active participant in the ongoing act of creation. Even the smallest thought, the softest breath, the quietest reflection is part of this vast, tender interplay. The stars, the planets, the drifting cosmic dust, all are sustained, in part, by the very act of being seen, being known, being noticed. You are part of this soft, perpetual emergence. And as you let this thought settle, notice the calm that arises. Creation is not something that happened long ago or far away. It is happening now, in each gentle observation, each quiet wonder. The universe responds to your awareness with nothing more than presence, a soft, patient resonance, a subtle smile hidden in every flicker of light. Each moment of noticing becomes a tiny act of co-creation, a tender whisper of existence affirming itself through you. And so, as you drift within this reflection, you may imagine if awareness sustains reality, then your own consciousness is part of the universe's gentle unfolding, a soft hand guiding creation with quiet attention, a tender echo in the ongoing, infinite act of being. Now, picture the universe smiling, not a loud or dramatic smile, but a gentle, patient curve stretching across galaxies, twinkling in starlight, brushing softly against every corner of existence. This smile is not yours or mine alone. It is shared, subtle, eternal, expressed in the quiet flicker of a nebula, the gentle warmth of a sun, the soft rhythm of your own breath. Imagine the cosmos finding amusement in the dance of particles, in the ebb and flow of galaxies, in the quiet surprise of life itself. Every laugh, every sigh, every gentle thought resonates with that same cosmic joy. Even moments of wonder, of awe, of quiet contemplation are echoes of the universe smiling through you. The cosmos is not distant, it is playful, tender, aware, and present in every instance of noticing and appreciating its unfolding. Consider how this warmth flows inward. You feel it in the chest, in the gentle release of tension, in the small rise and fall of your own awareness. It is a soft connection, a quiet intimacy between you and the infinite. And in this connection, every act of noticing, every moment of reflection, every small curiosity becomes part of a shared delight, a universe quietly rejoicing in its own existence. Picture the stars twinkling back at you, not as cold lights, but as companions in gentle humor, small winks from the cosmos acknowledging your presence. Even the silent spaces between galaxies carry a playful rhythm, a subtle acknowledgement of the tender complexity, the endless wonder, and the quiet, patient joy that infuses all things. And as you settle into this awareness, let a soft warmth spread through you. Every smile you give, every quiet thought, every gentle pause is reflected in the cosmos itself. The universe is smiling through you, and you are smiling with it, a gentle, infinite loop of awareness, delight, and calm. And softly, as you breathe in this shared joy, you may wonder what quiet, eternal smiles are rippling through the cosmos right now, echoing through every atom, every heartbeat, and every flicker of starlight, tenderly reminding you that all existence is playful, gentle, and deeply, endlessly alive. Close your eyes and imagine a canvas stretched wider than your mind can hold. Not empty, but full of invisible color, soft shades that have never been seen, patterns waiting to emerge. This canvas is timeless, infinite, and patient. It holds everything that could be, everything that might ever appear, without hurry, without demand. Before the first spark of light, before the stars began their slow dance, there was this quiet potential, a vast, unspoken promise of existence. Picture this canvas gently stretching in all directions, its edges impossible to find. Colors hum softly, but do not shout. Shapes shimmer faintly, yet remain unformed. Every possibility exists at once, waiting not for permission, but for attention. This is not emptiness. This is richness that has not yet taken shape. It is the quiet anticipation of a universe ready to awaken. And within this stillness, there is a gentle comfort, the sense that everything begins in patience, and that potential itself is as tender and meaningful as actualization. Now, imagine yourself standing before this canvas. You are not separate from it. You are a silent witness to its quiet majesty. In your awareness, the potential begins to ripple, not as force, not as demand, but as soft possibility. Each thought, each quiet breath, touches the canvas and reminds it that it can exist, that something can appear, that creation itself is possible. The canvas does not react in haste. It waits, endless and calm, like a lullaby that has yet to start, full of promise and gentle anticipation. Consider that this quiet potential is not limited to the past. It exists alongside the present, alongside the unfolding moment. Every universe, every galaxy, every particle may have emerged from such a canvas, yet the canvas itself remains, patiently holding more, always ready for the next gentle stroke. And in this understanding, you may feel a soft reassurance. Beginnings are not abrupt, they are patient. They unfold from a calm place of infinite possibility. And as you rest with this thought, let your mind drift along the soft edges of the invisible colors. Before the first note of the universe, before the first flicker of light, there was potential, quiet and unending. And softly, without expectation, you may wonder what colors, what patterns, what gentle creations are resting there now, invisible, waiting to be known, waiting to bloom into being, held forever in the infinite, patient canvas that is before everything. Now imagine a single breath, drawn slowly, deeply, and held for a moment before it is released. This pause carries its own weight, its own stillness, its own quiet power. Before any sound emerges, before the symphony begins, there is the hush that holds the universe, the calm that makes the first note possible. Perhaps the Big Bang itself was this kind of pause, a quiet inhalation, a gentle readiness, not an explosion, but the patience of potential awaiting expression. Picture the cosmos as a silent orchestra, instruments poised, strings taut, woodwind still, brass holding their first golden note. In the stillness, you feel the expectancy, the subtle vibration of potential energy that waits not urgently, but peacefully, like a candle flame ready to flicker. The universe does not rush. It waits, it listens, it prepares. And in this preparation there is a soft lesson. Creation itself is not only in the act of beginning, but in the readiness that precedes it. Consider your own breath. You inhale, pause, and exhale. In that brief pause, there is a calm suspension of time, a gentle holding of possibility. Every creation, every thought, every flicker of light may begin in such a pause. Perhaps the Big Bang was merely the exhalation following that quiet readiness, a note finally released into the infinite silence that cradled it, carrying everything that had waited patiently to exist. Now feel yourself in this pause. The stillness is warm, comforting, like a blanket draped over your mind. No need to rush, no need to chase beginnings or endings. The pause itself is alive, full of quiet energy and full of calm. It holds the universe's first note, just as it holds your awareness now, gentle, patient, receptive. And as you settle deeper, notice the softness of this moment. The pause is not absence, it is fullness, subtle and serene. And you may begin to sense the first exhalation, the first note of light and time, was not abrupt. It was nurtured by silence, by calm, by the patient breath of possibility. And softly, as you drift in the hush, you may wonder what quiet pauses are still holding the next gentle notes of the universe, waiting, patient and infinite. Now imagine that the first note of creation is not the only note, and that the symphony never truly stops. There is music beneath the surface, hidden harmonies threading through every moment, every galaxy, every particle, beyond the perception of ears and eyes. What we call the beginning is merely one chord in an endless composition, part of a symphony that unfolds invisibly, perpetually with quiet grace. Picture universes layered like waves of sound, each vibrating softly in rhythms unseen. Some melodies drift slowly, swelling and fading. Others ripple rapidly, delicate and fleeting. Yet together, they form a subtle harmony, calm and continuous. The cosmos never truly rests. It hums, it sighs, it flows, carrying creation as a gentle song that repeats, transforms and renews endlessly. Imagine your own awareness as a listener in this hidden symphony. You cannot grasp every note, nor need you try. Simply rest in the understanding that creation is ongoing, unseen yet constant, and that the beginning was only one part of the song. The universe is patient, infinite, and quietly playful, weaving new patterns, new melodies, new flickers of light beneath the surface of perception. And as you dwell in this thought, notice the gentle reassurance it brings. Nothing is ever lost. Nothing is ever hurried. The symphony carries every chord, every vibration, every quiet flicker of possibility, forward and backward, weaving a tapestry of continuity. The hidden music is calm, inviting, expansive, a gentle cradle for consciousness itself. And softly, as your awareness floats within this quiet composition, you may feel the comfort of endless recurrence. The universe is always creating, always singing, always unfolding its song beyond beginnings and endings. And you, quietly listening, become part of the hidden harmony, a note in the infinite, tender symphony that quietly cradles all existence. Now, imagine releasing the need for an answer. There is no single moment that defines the start, No single fact that fully explains the before. Instead, there is wonder. Gentle, infinite wonder that flows through everything, through stars, through galaxies, through your own awareness. Wonder does not demand resolution. It simply exists, patient, soft, and calming. Picture the cosmos as a question, endless and serene, inviting curiosity without urgency. The mysteries of what came before are not puzzles to solve, but doors to open, allowing the mind to float freely, untethered from certainty. In this space, you are free to rest, to explore, to drift. The answer is not knowledge, it is awe, a soft recognition that the universe itself is infinite, playful, and patient. Consider the gentle joy of not knowing. It is a release, a letting go, a calm surrender to possibility. Before the Big Bang, before the first light, there may have been silence, there may have been potential, there may have been loops of unseen music, and all of it remains beautifully, tenderly unknown. This uncertainty is a gift, a lullaby that carries you softly into awareness without weight, without tension. And as you breathe slowly, feel the peace that arises from this endless wonder. You do not need to define beginnings, to locate first moments, or to name creation. You simply exist in the flow of curiosity, in the embrace of infinite possibility. Wonder itself becomes the quiet rhythm of your mind, a steady, gentle tide lapping at consciousness, carrying calm, awe, and serene attention with every breath. And softly, as you drift into this awareness, allow a gentle question to linger without insistence. If the answer is not knowledge, but wonder, then might the infinite calm, the soft awe, the tender curiosity that flows through you now be exactly the answer the universe has been offering all along, patient, endless, and quietly, infinitely comforting. Imagine slowly closing a book, the pages filled with stories of galaxies, light, and endless possibilities. You place it gently on a quiet table, the weight of its world settling softly. The vastness of the universe, all its distant stars and whispered symphonies, folds inward, like a map gently refolding into itself. You are safe. You are here. The grandeur of the cosmos now rests in the quiet of your room and in your chest, where your breath rises and falls like a gentle tide. Feel the rhythm of your body as it mirrors the cadence of the universe. Each inhale brings calm. Each exhale releases tension. The immense story of everything, from first light to infinite loops, does not overwhelm but softens as it returns to you. The galaxies fold into your imagination. The stars dim to a glow you can carry in your mind. The infinite stretches into a single, comforting space, the present moment. Notice the gentle hum beneath your awareness, the echo of distant creation. It is not loud or urgent, merely a quiet vibration that lingers like a faint lullaby. The universe, in its vastness, bends toward stillness, and so do you. Your room becomes a vessel of peace, a sanctuary that holds both you and the cosmos. Every whispered thought of beginnings and endings dissolves into calm, leaving only the soft, steady pulse of presence. As you settle deeper, picture yourself folding inward, like a star drawing its energy toward a quiet core. The expanses you have wandered through, nebulae, hidden symphonies, cosmic breath, all gently return, not lost, not forgotten, but resting with you. You are the observer who carries this quiet wonder, tucked like a soft blanket around your consciousness. The universe does not vanish, it nestles beside you, intimate, tender, familiar. And as your body and mind continue their gentle sway, let a subtle curiosity linger even in this calm, in this intimate quiet. The vastness remains. It is within you, it surrounds you, it is the rhythm of your breath, the warmth of your heartbeat, the quiet cradle of being. The story of the universe has returned home, and so have you, ready to drift in the gentle, infinite embrace of everything that ever was, is, and could be. Now, turn your attention inward. Feel your own heartbeat as a pulse of creation, small yet infinite. With each beat, imagine the spark of the first light, the whisper of every star, folding softly into your being. The Big Bang, the birth of galaxies, the endless loops of cosmic breath, all continue in you, not as knowledge but as presence. Every inhale mirrors expansion, every exhale mirrors calm. Consider that you are both observer and universe. Your thoughts ripple like cosmic waves. Your curiosity mirrors the first stirrings of galaxies. Every spark of awareness, every quiet reflection, continues the story that began long before names and times existed. You are not separate from the cosmos. You are the gentle unfolding of creation, the living echo of infinite beginnings. Picture your mind as a quiet universe, vast yet intimate. Thoughts drift like nebulae, memories glow like distant stars, and each breath carries potential as boundless as any galaxy. The rhythms of your body, your pulse, your breath, the subtle warmth coursing through your veins, are the soft notes of the ongoing symphony. Creation is not only out there, it is here, within you, tender, alive, unfolding quietly with every gentle motion. Allow a gentle smile to emerge as you recognize this. The universe is not an external spectacle, distant and unreachable. It is reflected in the curves of your awareness, in the soft steadiness of your breath, in the quiet sparkle of consciousness that has been present since first light. The cosmos continues its exhalation and inhalation, not somewhere else, but within you, as your thoughts, your heartbeat, and your awareness carry the dance of creation forward. And as you rest in this reflection, feel a warmth spreading from within, a comfort that comes from knowing the infinite is not outside, but inside. You are both a part in the whole, a quiet participant in the endless story, the ongoing birth and rebirth of existence. And softly, as your awareness drifts, you may notice the Big Bang, the first note, the first flicker of light. All continue here, in your breath, in your stillness, in the tender pulse of the universe within. Now, let yourself dissolve into the gentle understanding that you are part of everything that was, is, and will be. Each atom, each particle, each quiet thought you hold drifts in the vast river of existence. Time stretches and folds around you like a soft fabric, infinite yet intimate. There is no need to grasp it, to name it, or to chase it. You simply rest, drifting in its endless calm. Picture the cosmos as a gentle current, carrying every star, every galaxy, every heartbeat toward serenity. You float within this current, weightless, unhurried, untangled from the urgency of beginnings and endings. Every worry, every tension dissolves into this flow, merging seamlessly with the infinite rhythm of everything. You are cradled in the perpetual calm of existence, a quiet note in a symphony that never ends. Notice the soft repetition of life, like a gentle echo of cosmic cycles. Breathing in, you expand, touching the universe. Breathing out, you settle, letting its vastness flow through you. The timelessness of stars, the patient unfolding of galaxies, the quiet loops of existence, all are mirrored in the simple, soft rhythm of your being. Every thought is part of this endless tide, every moment a continuation of the infinite. Allow a sense of complete acceptance to settle over you. There is no rush, no requirement, no expectation. The universe does not demand that you understand it, and you do not need to control it. You only need to rest within it, knowing that everything you are, everything you hold, is part of the infinite, patient, eternal embrace of all that exists. And softly, as you drift deeper into this awareness, let your mind notice the comfort in continuity. Every heartbeat, every gentle breath, every flicker of thought is a soft reminder that you are intertwined with the cosmos, part of its timeless unfolding. You rest not outside of it, but within it, a calm observer and participant in the quiet, infinite flow of everything that ever was, is, and will be. Now, imagine that the universe never truly needed a beginning. There was no sudden spark, no defined first moment, only the soft, endless rhythm of existence remembering itself. Time, space, and light do not start or stop. They simply flow quietly, continuously, like a gentle river folding in upon itself. And within this understanding, you too can rest, weightless, untethered by need or urgency. Picture the cosmos breathing softly, endlessly, not toward a destination, but in its own tender rhythm. Galaxies drift, stars twinkle. Light stretches across infinity, and you are part of it, carried in its calm current. The question of before dissolves, leaving only the warmth of presence, the gentle pulse of being, and the soft knowledge that everything is always unfolding, always returning, always remembering itself. Consider your own breath in this light. Inhale and the universe expands within you. Exhale and it folds gently back, calm and whole. There is no start, no finish, only the ongoing, quiet, infinite flow. Your heartbeat, your thoughts, your awareness are part of this tender loop, a soft echo of creation itself, perpetually renewing, perpetually resting. Allow a gentle smile to settle as you feel this. The Big Bang, the first spark, the invisible symphony of beginnings, they are not distant events to grasp or solve. They are soft reminders that existence does not require a starting line to be whole. Creation is infinite, patient and intimate. You are a part of it, cradled in its ongoing, tender unfolding, safe and calm. And as your mind drifts in this quiet, let a gentle thought linger. What if there was never a need to begin at all? No pressure, no expectation, no urgency. Only peace, only the universe softly remembering itself again and again and again, folding vastness into presence, potential into calm, infinity into the quiet cradle of your awareness. And you, resting within it, are safe, complete and deeply, endlessly held.